Hello everyone and welcome back to another guide for Freecash. In this one, we're going to go over Fairy Tale Wizard Chronicles. And this offer has been completed in the sense that I have completed all the time that I have for this offer. My offer was for $148. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm doing this video is to give you at least an idea of what to expect and to see if this offer is going to be worth it for you. In my case, this offer wasn't worth it just because of the amount of money. I think I just downloaded it because I wanted to have something as I was playing other games that didn't have to be on so many times. So I wanted to try it, right? I think I would wait it. I have seen some people with offers from 200 to all the way to 600 for this same offer. So for that reason, I'm making these videos for those people. I spent around $30 and I actually didn't make any profits for this game. I'm going to show you what are my offers, which one I failed to accomplish, and then you're going to see as I go to the game, you're going to see all the different mechanisms. So again, this guide is at least one way for me telling you, hey, this is how it went. This is what you need to do in order to at least complete this offer. So let's go over my offers real quick. I think I played around 27 days and then I got frustrated because I saved up all these resources to see if it gives me a lot of huge boosts when I was already day 20 something and we had the half anniversary going on. So I thought, okay, this is going to help me out. And it didn't even increase nothing in my stats. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop playing the game because I can work on something else. So these are my offers. I think if you spend a couple bucks, you get $2.20 in return and then $3.80 in return. My limited bonus was to reach SS2 rank level 10 for $22 in 7 days. In order for this to work, for this offer to work, this has to pay you. It has to be SS2 rank level 10. This has to pay you around $90 to $80. Anything above $80 is going to be worth it because you're going to be able to complete it in 7 days if you spend the money that I'm going to tell you later on the video. Anything less than that or any ranking higher than this is not worth it. Okay, so let me tell you that straight. If it's asking you to reach SS3, SS5, SS something, anything higher than this ranking in 7 days, and it's not going to give you more than $90, it's not worth it, okay? So just check your offer and see. If it's SS2 rank level 10, see how much it's going to give you. It has to be 80 or more. In 7 days, we can work with this. So my highest rank in the game was, I believe, SS3 level 2 after 20 something days. That's about it. That's all I could reach. I wasn't able to reach in 30 days or 20 something days. The SS5, SS7, SS9 is too much. And you're going to see once we get to the game, it's too much power ranking that you need. You have to spend too much money on that. Again, for those offers that are around $400 to $600, pay attention to that. Sometimes Freecash like to give those big offers like $600, $800. But if you notice, the first 20 offers are like a couple dollars and you get like maybe $600 if you reach the last offer, right? So pay attention to that as well. Make sure that your offer is distributed correctly and that most of that offer is focused on the limited bonus. So again, I got a couple cents, a couple dollars just by reaching those ranks throughout the game. The limited bonus or the limited offer, I wasn't able to reach it. So that being said, let's go with the game so that you can see what is the game about, how to reach those ranking, what's the best way to do, what things to spend money on if you're low spender or high spender, and just other ideas. And like I'm going to mention later on the video, if you all the mechanisms and everything, I'm going to put a link on the comments. So that being said, let's go to the game. Okay, everyone, so here we have the game. Now, this review is going to be real quick because, again, I wasn't able to get my data from my previous file. It just completely deleted because I guess I didn't link the accounts. So right here you have the beginning of the game, which is going to be good for you because you're going to see at least an idea of how you're going to see it from your end. But at the same time, I'm not going to be able to cover all the different parts of the game because I'm not going to be able to show it to you. But I am going to focus on a couple things that I want to make sure that you understand, at least for you to have an idea. Is this offer worth it for you, or is this offer not worth it for you? When it comes to all the game's mechanism and what to do to improve the fastest, I'm going to put a link on the comments for another YouTuber that covers this game that has a couple of guides for this game. But again, he's going to focus on the mechanism. He's going to focus on what things is going to help you rank up the most. But I'm going to focus only on the things that is going to help you speed up your gameplay, at least in that first week, which is most of the time. You have 7 days to reach a specific ranking. Now, I do want to make a clarification that in his video, he's going to tell you to hold on to resources because there's some events, like any other games, that you compete against other people. Let me see if this one, no, not this one. I don't have it here because I guess I haven't unlocked it yet. But you compete against other people, right, who spend the most ticket, who spend the most of this, and whoever spend the most, you get some reward, right? For us, as Freecash offer, we want to try to speed up our progress as fast as possible, so we don't want to withhold any resources at the beginning, okay? That being said, let's go over something real quick to help you understand if this is going to be achievable for you or not, which is the most important thing. Because if it's not good for you to play this game, you're going to waste time, and time is money. So that means you can focus on another offer, which is going to give you a profit. So the first thing, according to my offer, I had to reach rank SS2 level 10. In order to achieve this, that means that I have to have a power level or power rank of 170 billion. If I keep scrolling up, you keep going up, you're going to see that to have SS rank 2 level 10 is not SS2, it's SS2. So that means it's not this one that you see here, the SS with the little symbol 2. It's this one that you're going to see. Notice over here, that is completely different one. You have an SS and a number 2 and then a number 10 on top, showing up the level. So 170 billion to reach this. In my offer, I needed to reach this in 7 days. And I wasn't able to reach it in 7 days. I was actually able to reach it after 27 days of gameplay. Now, I only spent $30. My offer was only $132. I do have like a kind of a rule, only to spend between $20 to $30 unless I'm pretty sure that I'm going to make that profit. And for this game, I actually lost money. So, if your offer is, I will say, to make it safe, between $400 to $600, which I have seen other people having this offer for $600, you're lucky. I will suggest that you do this game with that offer of $600. Only if, and I'm going to give a little bit indication after that, only if you have the same offers as I did, like I showed in the beginning, but with higher payment, okay? And I'm going to explain. Let's say that you have this game for $600, but you need to achieve, instead of SS2 level 10 in 7 days, you have to achieve SS5 level 10, then I wouldn't do it, okay? I wouldn't go for that. That would be too much of a gamble, and you will end up losing money. And I'm going to explain why, because there's a package that you can buy here that can push you real quick on power level, that can make you get a profit, okay, in a short amount of time, at least in 7 days. And after that, you will see how the game is playing around, and you will see if it's worth continuing or not. But that being said, that's how much you need to reach this. And I'm going to explain that everything that you do in this game for the character is going to give you power level. But there's two major things that are going to actually help you the most, which is, of course, this is a gacha game. But this gacha game is like those gacha games that you need to get dupes, that you need to get a lot of the characters of the same character to power up your power. And most of your ranking, most of your power comes from those duplicated characters that you get. Now, the problem with this is the following. There's so many UR characters. UR characters like this one right here, like Lexus. There's so many of them that the chances for you to have or get the same character are really low. So you already have a low chance of getting a UR character. But on top of that, you already have a lower chance of getting the same character. Now, the only way to get a really high power ranking is to having your characters with all these stars completed, meaning you have a rank level 5. But to do that, the first ranking is you need to have 1 extra copy. But the second ranking, to make 2-star, you need to have 2 copies. And then 3 copies of the same character in order to increase 1 star. And then 4 copies of that, and so on and so on. I think it stops at 5 copies, not pretty sure. But for the ultra rare, it goes like that. Meaning, every time that you do the gacha, you have to hope that you get those ultra rare characters. Or sometimes you can use a ticket that is given to you sometime that allows you to get a specific character that you want, a UR character, from a random selection or a lineup that you have, which you don't have all the UR characters, but you have some of them, okay? Everything else is at random. And let me give you this, right? Because let's say that you have a lot of diamonds, you spend a lot of diamonds, and you say, okay, well, if you notice, in this event, you can get hurt. And if you summon multiple times, you get multiple copies, right? 100 times, which is 10 summonings, you get 1 copy of the character plus the probability of getting her as you do summonings. And then if you do it 200 times, you get another copy of her. 400 times, you get 2 copies. 700 times, you get 3 copies, and so on. Which is good because you're getting copies specifically for the character. The problem with this gacha system is the following. That you can have infinite diamonds. Let's put it that way. Infinite diamonds. But there's a summoning limit using diamonds daily. I can only summon 2 times. Or in this case, 10 and 10. So if I spend 3,000 diamonds, I'm going to spend 3,000 diamonds because I'm not worried about that right now. So I spend 3,000 diamonds to summon for 10 times. There you go. That's my first summoning. And let's go with my second summoning. That's it. All done. There's no more chances unless you get tickets. And tickets worth money. And in this case, these tickets are not worth it. $100 for 50 tickets is not worth it at all. So notice how for all of them, even for this is a good character to do, which is Elsa. These characters run for a whole week. But again, you can spend money on the tickets, but the tickets are not worth it. It's too much money for only 50 tickets to spend. It's not going to give you even a guaranteed copy of her. So these are not worth it. So that's one of the things that is going to create that stopping you from reaching higher ranking real quick. Now, there's one thing that you can do to reach higher ranking by spending money and not unnecessary money when it comes to this. And it's the following. At least in this moment, there's an event going on because of the half anniversary. But every time, doesn't matter if now or later, whenever you see this video, there's always going to be an event, a character that is being released and that you can buy something that we call the limited pass. Let's go real quick. Let's go on the events. Let's click on the picture. And if you notice, you have a character that is being shown, a new character, and you can buy the limited growth pass. Now, this is where I say that your offer has to be really good, and it has to be for that benchmark of SS2 level 10. Because if you spend $100, if you buy this for $100, not only you're getting a lot of summoning tickets to specifically summon for this character, as you can see here, but you're also getting a total, if you combine both of them, a total of, I believe, 13 to 14 copies of that same character. Just by doing this, you're able to get that character to plus red star, meaning you completed the 5 stars and you get another star on top of that. And this is really, really good, because that means this character, if you do this on right at the beginning, if you completed this and you have all this stuff, this is going to push you all the way. It means you have an overpowered character, means you're going to push all the way to story mode, means you're going to push all the trials, you're going to push all the different things that you have to push. You're going to get a lot of resources. Meaning right before getting to those 7 days, you're going to have an extremely advantage over anything. But again, it's $100 that you have to spend, and you have to see, is my offer worth it? Am I going to make profit out of this? Meaning, is the offer asking me to reach SS2 level 10 and reaching that 170 billions power, which you're going to be able to do this with this, buying this? Or if it's asking me to go higher ranking, and it's not going to be worth it, right? So that will be on you. Can't tell you if it's going to work for you or not, because I don't know what kind of offer you have. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't spend this if my offer is below 400. And not only if it's below 400, but it's below 400 and it's asking me to reach higher ranking than what it's asking me in my offer right now, current offer right now. Okay. Now, let's say that you're not going to spend $100, but you do want to try this offer because it's a challenge for you. I understand that. What could be the best way to focus on at least maybe a couple bucks? So definitely the first pop-up you get, which is the beginner pack. This is a no-brainer here. She's really good to have. And they give you this bond, this gacha bond right here, which is going to give you a big heads up on the game. Just the first couple days. And that's it. The next thing that I will buy besides that will be the no ads card. Because of course, that way you can get all the resources from the ads without actually paying. Without actually seeing the videos. And something that I will say specifically, there's 2 things that I will buy, and that will be it. Besides the ads, I will buy the monthly support card, which is important because of the bond gacha speed up. I'm going to explain that a little bit before we end up with this. And I will buy the bond gacha pass, just because it's going to give you a lot of this green heart, which is going to allow you to make more of that bond gacha, which is where most of your ranking besides the characters are going to come. So let's go real quick. We know the characters. We know we need those duplicates for those characters. It's hard to get. But then you have here the bond gacha. The bond gacha is the little cards that you see in the middle. Whenever you roll, right, and you try to get, let me turn off the auto gacha mechanism. Whenever you roll and you get a card, if the card is not good, you sell it. If the card is good, you equip it, and that's going to increase your points. Each card gives you, depending on the cards, attack speed, HP, attack, defense, critical damage, critical rate, all those different things, right? The higher the story mode, the more money you're going to get, the more you can spend up the money in order to level up your gacha rate. The higher the gacha level, the more chances you have for those rare or ultra rare or SSR and so on gachas, and the less chance you have to get in those suckish gacha cards. Now, they do have an auto bond gacha setting, which is going to sell any card that is not good for you, and it's going to show up any card that is good for you to equip it. The problem with this, which I don't understand why, is that you need to pay attention to the game. Because if I start this, let's say that I do it automatically, right? I have 72, 71 chances and so on because of the heart. And it finds a card that is good, let's say this one, only a little bit, but it's still good. It's going to stop there. It's not going to equip it automatically. Meaning you can't leave this on all night running through all the gachas. And the problem with this is that eventually, as you reach higher levels, you're going to have a lot of the gacha bonds that you want to use, but it takes so much time, especially because it can stop and you have to actually click on equip before it continues. At the beginning, you're not going to notice this because you're going to be finding cards that are really good. But as you go higher level, finding a good card that is actually going to give you a boost in the card is going to be really, really hard. Meaning you have to spend a lot of them. I used to spend maybe 4,000 to 10,000 before I actually found one card that will boost my power by 100 million. You know? So for that reason, buying that pass that I told you for $5, I believe, the bond gacha speed up, which I didn't, but I wish I did, is going to, again, speed up this process by a lot, which means that you're going to get a lot of power. You don't have to be sitting down here. Now, the last thing that I'm going to mention about this game before I leave this guide right here is that this game is better if you leave it on all night or throughout the day. You're going to have or get far more coins or money, and you're going to have far more experience than from the idle game. You can still get offline currency, like over here. But notice over here that I only got, in 44 minutes of idle time, only 3,476 coins. In probably 5 minutes or less, I can get that same amount of money. So it's a big difference when it comes to the offline gain versus the online gain. So just be mindful of that if you want to progress, you have to have this gain on your phone constantly, so that way you can get those earnings and you can push as much as you can. I think that's about it. Hopefully this has given you an idea. If you have any questions regarding anything, just put it in the comments below. Again, be smart about your choices. If you think that's going to be a huge gamble, just don't try it. But if you think that, let me just try it but not spend too much money, those are the best options that you have, and see how it plays out. Like I said, my offer was only $43. I spent $30. I probably only make like $11 back. So it wasn't a good offer for me. If I had more money on that offer, maybe like some of you guys have $600, probably I could have been making more profit of it. But because I don't know how your offers look, then I can't really tell you specifically. Hopefully this has helped you in one way or another to make your choice. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.